the Great Yorkshire Chorus. That's what I'd like to talk to you about today. So a few quotes that our choir members have given to me about what it means to them to be in our choir. Somebody said, "It gives me a community in a new city." Someone else said, "It's escapism from everything else in my life." Somebody said, "It's really helped me with my mental health on the road to recovery." And another lady said, "It's given me new friends who I feel like I've known forever." It's just a small insight into what being in a choir can mean for people personally, and that kind of makes up the fabric of what it means for us as a community. So my name is Maria. I am a professional musician. I'm a conductor and a saxophonist. I'm a music teacher. I play piano. I love everything to do with music. And I'm particularly passionate about getting people singing. And simply because the voice is an amazing musical instrument. So all of us, we are born with a voice. You may not think that your voice is a very good one for singing. A lot of people can feel like that. But you do have one. It's the only inbuilt musical instrument that all of us have. And so for me, that is very exciting. And it's a great opportunity to get people into music making. And I think when you put together people and music and community building, a very natural outcome that you get is a choir. So this is just a little bit about how I've got into really loving choirs and the positive benefits that they can bring. So the Great Yorkshire Chorus is a new contemporary choir for adults. We have been going the grand total of 4 months since September. So we are a baby choir. We are very new, but we are open to everyone. We don't have any auditions, and we sing a mix of pop, rock, gospel, folk music. So I've got a few pictures to show you if we go on. So this is the 11th of September last year. This is our launch night, so our very first rehearsal. You can see we were doing some crazy warm-ups, and also people look a little bit nervous because it's nerve-wracking doing a new thing and going to a new place where you don't know anyone yet. But this was the start of a great journey for us. We had a brilliant turnout that night, and within our first month, we'd had over 100 people had joined the choir, which was fantastic, really exciting. And so if we fast forward a little bit further into the autumn term in October, here we are. Okay. So we were getting a little bit more confident by then, and we'd found ourselves some very bright, lovely choir T-shirts to build our choir identity a little bit more. And at this point, we decided, this is going well, we've made a good start. We think we're ready to put on a big concert for Christmas for all our friends and our family. So that's what we worked on. We were working really hard at rehearsals every week. We were learning lots of Christmas music, lots of carols and pop songs about Christmas, and generally things that people know and enjoy. And so we got ready for a big concert in Victoria Hall in Saltaire. So here we go. This was our concert day with the stage set. I'm sure you'll agree if you know Victoria Hall in Saltaire. It's a beautiful building. It's a great venue, and we were really excited to put a concert on in there. So here we are. This is we're backstage. We're just getting ready for our concert, all feeling a little bit nervous. And at this point, there was actually a queue out the door of people coming in to see the concert, which was very exciting. And finally, here we are. This is us on stage. And what you can't see here is the hall was absolutely packed with lots of people, all ages, families, come to support us and see us, which was brilliant. And we had a wonderful afternoon, lots of music and lots of festive treats and general fun and frivolity. in December. So this is just a little bit of our story of what we've done in our first few months as a choir. Now, people say to me, colleagues and friends ask me, how have you managed to build a choir like this so fast in quite a short space of time? Because in the world of music, this is not that usual. Normally things take a bit of a longer time to get going and progress, and to be able to put on a concert like that. And when I reflect on that, I feel the most important thing that is valuable is our culture. Our culture really is the key thing as to how we've managed to have such a positive start. I really do think that great culture enables great adventures, and a lot of organisations do underestimate the power of their culture, whether that is positive or negative. For us, I think we feel that the culture we have is either going to limit what we can do or enable what we can do, and it's really our choice as to which of those things we go for. So just to tell you a little bit about, well, what is our culture about? What have we actually done? So firstly, our culture, it's highly intentional, it's planned and it's thought about. So we have 5 core values as a choir. We aim to be creative and fun and social, excellent and inclusive. They're the things that are really important to us. And so our culture stems from them. When we're doing anything or planning anything or thinking ahead, we think, does this fit with our values? And that's what we come back to. Secondly, our culture is led from the front. Now, this is really important. Lots of you here today are probably in positions of leadership in various organisations or communities that you're part of. And you've got to model the culture that you want from the front, because people copy what they see. And I feel very strongly about that. So for me, I am the conductor of the choir, so I do spend quite a lot of time stood at the front in a rehearsal. And so it's really important that I've got to embody those values and create that culture. Just really simple things. So we want the choir to be fun. So that means for me, I need to make the rehearsals fun. I need to not make it too serious or not take myself too seriously. But I need to make the choir laugh in rehearsals. I've got to sort of give that lightness that brings the fun into the choir. Just other aspects. I think we want to be really social. It's important that we're social, we're inclusive, and that's a key part of who we are as a community. So for me, it means organising social events and being a part of them. Not because I'm the conductor of the choir feeling that somehow I'm separate or apart, but actually that as much as I would love the choir to make friendships, that I need to do that as well, and I need to lead the way. So I think that's really important. You've got to model the culture that you want. Thirdly, we feel that you've got to build structures to help you build the culture. So really it's building structures to help you do the things that you want to do, but being a bit planned, a bit organised about it. So one thing in our choir, we want to be really inclusive. And one of our challenges is there are so many of us that we can find it hard to know other people's names. And actually, that can lead to a bit of cliquiness because it's easier to stay with the people who you know a bit, and that can end in sort of small groups and people feeling left out. So a really practical thing we do at the end of a rehearsal, I will say to the choir, right everyone, before you go home, can you go and find someone whose name you don't know and introduce yourself to them and try and remember their name for next week. And if you're feeling really brave, find that person whose name you really should know by now and you've been pretending that you do know their name. This is your opportunity and we're all going to do it together, so then it's not it's not as awkward. And we do that and we laugh about it and it's fun, but it helps us to build that positive culture. And that's just brings me to my last point, really, is that it's the culture that makes people stay. So people will join our choir for all sorts of reasons. They love music, they want a new challenge, they want to do something that they've not done before. They just liked our advertising, whatever it is. People come for many reasons, but those reasons won't necessarily keep them. But I think what makes people stay is when they find an environment where they feel valued and they feel empowered, they feel excited, and that is a part of the culture, and it's the culture that makes people stay. So really, I think I just wanted to sort of say today, as I tell you a little of our story of our first few months, is just how important culture has been to our progress. It really is a linchpin for us, and it holds all the other things together. And it matters because that culture enables us to reach our goals. The fact that the culture helps us build what we want to do, it means that we can create music and really enjoy doing something creative together as a strong community. I hope that you've enjoyed hearing a little of our story. We really are just at the beginning, and we're looking forward to a great year and all the things that are coming next. But I'm really delighted, as well as hearing from me today, I have some of the members of the choir are here with me this afternoon, which is fantastic. And to finish off this section, I'm going to invite them in a moment. They're going to come and sing for you. And we're going to sing a traditional song from South Africa, and it's called Kinya Rowena. Thank you very much, and would you please welcome the Great Yorkshire Chorus.